Welcome back, hockey fans. Larry here from Snake River Fly, Friday afternoon. Beautiful day outside. Looks like people have been starting to get out and start doing some fishing. Anyway, going to show you our hottest, raddest leech, the barbed Elasticore, with the new color of 0G for all you 0G friends out there. Also playing with some new materials, some new hooks, some new frames. We've got the our good friends over at Moonlit, right here out of our sister city, Chubbuck. We've got some hooks and beads from them. They finally got some really awesome stuff. The Tagata series of hooks is a number 8 jig hook. We have those on the site. Japanese steel, wicked sharp, really nice hook. It has a little bit longer shank than the Matsu or the Snake River Fly jig. So kind of cool in that manner. Then we're using our pins, and we're also using the slotted tungsten 4.0, and this bead is called Coffee. Look out for some really cool new bead colors. Their slotted beads are fantastic. So I already prepped the hook here. Put our pin and our 4.0 bead on there. I'm tying with this with some 6/0 Semper, and it's all prepped and stuff. So we're going to take some of our new compost color on the 0G, a clump of that stuff, and we're going to tie it in right in the middle like a mustachio. And I'll come forward to about where that pin ends right there, and then we're just going to preen the 0G back. The compost color was a request from a lot of local lake fishermen here. Little darker brown. They love the golds, and they love a little bit of peacock in there and some red. And so that's what this compost has. So now we're going to take our barbed Elasticore in red and in dark brown. This stuff's really cool if you haven't played with it yet. It has a elastic core, so it actually stretches. A lot of this stuff that you'll find on the market out there, and it's great stuff. We carry one as well, that the core is solid. But for going down in these size 8s and 10s on our balanced stuff, our smaller damsels and whatnot, having that elastic core to be able to stretch this material and get a tighter wrap is really key. So now we'll just take our 2 pieces of Elasticore. I've got about 4 or 5 inches hanging off here. And of course, we like twisting stuff at Snake River Fly. Body wraps, anything like that, just to kind of get that cool compound effect. And this one is a real grabber. Our leech fishing's really just kind of coming on right now. The guys are, in the last week or so, able to get onto some of the higher lakes, and hold some of those trophy fish, and trolling the leech. The blood leech is hot right now. A buddy of ours fished this one last weekend that I gave him, and said that this one outperformed pretty much everything else they threw. They were fishing some grease leech stuff, some 0G leeches, but a couple weeks ago we tied a few of these up and gave him one and said this was the bomb. So just wrapping it forward, you can see, I'm not letting go of that Elasticore as I come around. That way I don't lose the twist or let go of it. So it's a little muscly to tie that way, if you will. Probably definitely look that way on video. But if I wasn't stingy and I did that with 6 inches of Elasticore, which I will on the next 2 dozen, it wouldn't be as hectic to wrap, but it was, it probably just looked that way. It actually wasn't that hard, but I had to focus harder than I want to. All right, so there's our body. You can see you just get this great looking translucency, and of course red and brown is always a classic. But they were fishing these. We tied these up a little bigger. We actually did one in a 6 and all the way down to a 12. And the little bit bigger profile right now is definitely, they say, triggering some bigger strikes. So like our balanced perch and a few other 0Gs, we love just doing these veil at the top. And this is with the compost again. And same thing, same program as tying in the tail. We tie in the veil. We'll pull all that back. Try not to impale myself on these wicked sharp hooks. And give her a little cleanup like so. You can see we've got a little bit bigger volume, but the 0G, and one thing we get, one of the comments we get, feedback we get on, excuse me, the comments that we get on the 0G dubbing from, especially from, you know, Stillwater guys, or we've got some guys tying bonefish flies with some of those colors, and the one thing they talk about is that just the easiness of use to get that blend and not have to cut feathers apart, and it's perfect every time. And the cool thing is it has a lot of volume, but it really slims out a lot and becomes a tight profile, which makes it really easy to cast, all that kind of jazz. But with this barbed Elasticore under it, when this thing gets wet, it's just juiciness, and I'll show you that. And since it's Friday, we'll probably christen it. So there you have it, the little barbed Elasticore leech in compost. Somebody already stole the other ones. They make that same bead in purple, which is awesome, and a bunch of other awesome colors that I can't wait to get onto the hook. But there you have it, the barbed Elasticore leech in blood brown or compost. We give her a little test drive to show you what she looks like wet. And you can see how you get that nice compression when it's stripped, or when tension's put on it, or when water flows over it. And then as it comes to rest, it's going to puff back up. But that's the new barbed Elasticore balanced leech on the Moonlit jig hook and Moonlit slotted. And our new color, compost.